system variable where it is stored. Okay, SAP has written all the system variables. So those are in SYST. Okay, so what is the transaction code for this? SE11 SE11 for the ABAP data dictionary. In our book, in the first page or second page, you can write all the T codes. Okay, whatever the new T codes comes, you have to note down. So this T code is for ABAP dictionary. Enter the transaction code. You will navigate in this window. Write SYST. This is what? This is the predefined. This is a standard structure where all the ABAP system fields are located. Okay, ABAP system fields. So what the system fields are here? See, index, page number, username. Okay, so many of system fields are there. Totally 171 fields are here. So if you want to use that particular structure, particular system variable, you have to use this way. Use system variable sy dash uname. Example second sy dash data. If you use sy name, sy uname, what it gives us? Username, date. If you use sy data, it gives us today's date. Like that. So there are 171 field. This is structure, and there are 171 system fields are present in this SYST structure. If you are using, then you have to use this prefix sy or SYST. Both will be fine. दोनों भी हम इस पे यूज कर सकते हैं, either SYST or SY. So let's see in a program. Write sy uname execute. See as a username is 91 user 910. Okay, similarly, if you want to know the date, just have to write the date term. This is one more variable. Some variables are we can use directly. This is a uline. It gives us horizontal line present in SYST. See 22 first. Today's date. Okay, today's date, whatever here it will display. So like uname, datum, ucom, spono, page number, okay, c date, vline, like others also. So those are called the system fields and system variables. Okay, so next thing, I hope you are clear about now what is the system variables and system variables. Custom variable.
Yes, sir. That are defined by our own. Like
And system variables.
they are predefined by the programmer.
Very good, right? Okay, those are the predefined. Okay, so now we are going to look today the next thing, selection screen. The topic is selection screen. The topic is selection screen. What is the selection screen? In the selection screen, majorly there are three things. One is a parameter, second is a select options, and third is a itself selection screen, block, line, etc. Okay, so in practically we'll see some are standard reports. MB51, when you enter the MB51, what it opens? It opens the material document list window. Okay, this is called the selection screen. Whatever you see it, okay, whatever you use the front end. Okay, so front end means we have to take the inputs from the users, so that the place we have to take the inputs, the format of range, low and high values also we can put, able to put, and also single values. If you have a single values here like this, okay, only single values also we can able to give it, and some check boxes, radio buttons, these things also we can do it. Okay, so if you want to write a report, there the requirement is, in report what we do, we take the input from the users, like this is a material number. When we put the input and execute, you will see the report, the data will be here, whatever we have given the inputs, based on this is the result. Okay, so if you want to create such thing, if you want to create some screen, so you have to write selection screens. The selection screen, the first thing is parameter. Parameters. So how the code is, we have to write parameter customer number for, I'm sorry, type I. If you write this code, what will be the output? The output will be like this, single values only we can able to take from the users. Okay, so this is the label, the customer number. This is the label you can say, and where user can put values. This is the input field. The input field will you generate when you use the parameters, right? So there are some variations are there. Okay, what are those variations? So we'll see step by step. If you use a parameter, this code, the what output you will get, this output you will have in our screen. The variations, parameter variations. The first variations is default. First variation is default. Create. Hi Piyush. Piyush, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay, sir. I was driving and got stuck in traffic, so couldn't join on time.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So in short, what we have had before some minutes, we go through the concept variables, system variable, custom variable, system and custom. Custom is whatever we give the name, that variable is here, and what are system variables which are provided by SAP in SYST. SC11, if you go, there is a SYST structure. If you see, there are fields. Okay, this is called the fields. These are variables actually. Okay, So if you use the variables, so this program we done. Okay, so this is a variable there, uname. If you check in a structure, uname, so there is a uname field, name of current users. So if you use here uname, how you have to use? You just have to write prefix sy dash uname. It gives us a username, whatever you have username. If you use data, this is also one field. If you use prefix sy, it will also show the today's date. Okay, username and today's date. If you run, you will see this output. Okay, username and pass today's date. Okay, so this is a variables system and custom variables. And now we just have to update the parameters. What is the parameters? This is the parameters. If you write this code, this is the output you will have. And now we have started these parameter variations. So in the parameter variations, the first is default variations. If I write this code, employee number type I, employee name size type C, city, this is the size type C. Okay, employee number, name and city, activate. Okay, so you will have this output, employee number, name and city. Here we can take only numeric things, Abhijit and Pune. Okay, the name and city. So if you write this code, this is the output what we have seen. Okay. And what the output will have? This is the output. The first variation is default. If you use your default values, just have to write default 1. Now what will happen? Default value will be there in first input field. Okay, so similarly you can use default for others wherever it's required. Okay, suppose if the date type sy. Okay, so now can you tell me the what data type would be here? Date type what?
Date.
Datum.
Datum. Okay,
SY prefix and
what I want to do there, default date should be present when I execute. D default sy data. D is for date, right? And default value will be display that whatever variable we have used. System variable job is current date have to be displayed here in this field. Okay, date, the default date is going to show here. This kind of things you have to do in default variations. Okay, this is the default value on your screens. I'm taking very slowly. If you're not getting, please ask me. Okay, some sessions will definitely will try to go slowly. I hope you are totally new. You are, whether it's technical, not technical, doesn't matter. Okay, but if I explain this way, hope you understood. Okay, why we have used this parameter. Initially, I told if you're not using default, how it display. If I use the default, this will be the output. The next variations obligatory. If I use obligatory, it's a mandatory. Okay, some fields, if you want to make mandatory, then just have to use a obligatory over there. Okay, so this or this only, if you want to make mandatory, you can write obligatory there and run. You will see a check. Okay, here is the check. When it comes, when you have used obligatory, then there will be the check is there. Okay, this is the obligatory, and this will be the output. If you use the obligatory, the check will be here. Next is lowercase. Lowercase. First name, the size be 10, type C. First name, last name, 10 size for each. If I execute, see right now my caps lock is off. ABC Enterprise, ABC ENT. See, when I wrote, again I will show you, the size is 10 for FNAM LM, size and data type also characters. Okay, my caps lock is right now on. Now I'm going to switch off. Okay, so generally how I do, right, in lowercase format. Okay, if I use ABC and ENT and then enter, default gets, when you enter, default gets in uppercase format. So what I want to do, I want to keep in lowercase format only. So you have to write purposely lowercase. If you want the second and the last name should be displayed in the lowercase format only. ABCENT. See, after enter, the still it's showing. See, okay. If you want to allow to the both should be in lowercase, you have to write everywhere lowercase, lowercase. When you take capital in the uppercase, the default gets capital only. When you write purposely in lowercase format, it will keep as a lowercase. Okay, both way I have explained. So this is a lowercase. Next thing is match code object. Match code object. What is the use of match code object? Let's see, there is one transaction code MM01 for material creations. Okay, you are a new user, you don't know what should be right in this input field, right? So in this case, what you can do, you can ask your system. First, you just press F1. What it gives information. Here in this field, you have to enter alphanumeric key uniquely identifying the material. Means it is a material number you have to write, and that would be in the format of alphanumeric. Okay, and what the process he has written in that. But some fields you want to know what are the material numbers are existed in database table or in this system. You just press F4. It gives one pop-up window. The first is search criteria, and if you enter as it is, then you will get the actual records. Okay, if you want to search particular records, you can write in the first window. If you don't want search, you want all the records, you have to click, and then you will see this window, all the records which are been presented in this database tables or in particular material creation. So these are the dynamically data. Okay, if you create material right now, suppose the 50 records. Okay, right now there is 500 records are there. Okay, so but when you create or some different user is creating their some material, the data will go into database, and when simultaneously if you are doing that activities, for someone is creating the entries and someone was just watching these records. Okay, whatever you are creating, that all the records you can able to see using the search help concept. What exactly it is? It is a help. There are two types of help. One is static help and dynamic help. Static one means the first one, F1, it shows the fixed information. Static is wrote once only. This is done by SAP standard one. Okay, and if you want to know the all the materials which are present in database table, you can see this way. This is what dynamic help. So if you want to do, if you want to call that particular object, how you can do using match code object. So this component is called search help. इसको क्या कहते हैं? Search help बोलते हैं. Okay, so this search help we can create and we can link based on a requirement. Okay, so that object, suppose if you have created, how is there where we can create that? SE11, there is a concept search help. Okay, when we are go in the data dictionary, okay, that time I will tell you that how to create and all. As of now, we have to understand how to link that search help object in our code, how to link with the particular parameters. Suppose this is the input field, and similar like search will, if you want to call, suppose this is a help, and if you want to get link to the particular parameters, when you press F4, what should happen? This particular search help should be displayed. So how we can do? Using the match code. You have to use this match code sentence, then the particular object we can able to call it. Okay, let's see how we do this. SE38, open a program. Parameters. Some search help I already created for different batch for different class. So there I have created ELE test room. Okay, suppose this object I want to follow. If you execute, you will see this window here, right? So this window is a search help window, and that if you want to link in a parameter, match code object and write the element name. This is search help. Check activate and run it. See, if you press F4, you will get all the list, the sales order document. You can see it here. Search help, if you execute, here also you will the same window created by sales document. The similar window is also here. If you remove that,